Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I want to talk about none other than Barry Soetoro, otherwise known as Barack Hussein Obama. Last couple of days, Twitter has been blowing up left and right over what was said during the Stephen Colbert Obama interview. If you haven't seen it, it's not really worth the watch, but there are some clips in it that just kind of raise an eyebrow that everybody on Twitter that pays any attention was just going viral behind. And I get it. It's all about the same message, but Barack has been pushing the entire time. It's down with America. It's Trump is crazy. It's voter ID is not necessary. It's poor mistreated me for the minority communities. You know how he plays it. But at any rate, today he is defending the fact that the government has been weaponized, and that's his word, weaponized against us. Um, he doesn't think it's right that the Attorney General of the United States should be able to go after certain people because the president likes it too. They're trying to say that every time the Attorney General goes to bust somebody like a Christopher Wray or any of these politicians, Merrick Garland maybe next, who knows, anybody, even some of Obama's former cabinet members and people that he protected along the way or worked hand in hand with, trying to look out for his buddies. Well, it's no holds barred at this point. Obama has nothing but a mouth at this point. He has no power or control to control the Justice Department, not that I know of, at least. So, in that fact, he is worried not just about his buddies, but his own skin. So he is on super damage control. That's why he's coming on these shows and throwing a fit. And it's about a couple of things, including the fact that they are losing the redistricting fight. He is trying to stand up, to be the beacon of hope for the Democrat Party, the speaker, per se, for the movement of it's racist to overturn the racially gerrymandered decision that was made in the 60s. That's what's really going on. And the fact that he's worried about his buddies going to jail. It only takes one to turn over on him, and boy, howdy, his presidential immunity won't mean much. All right, folks, let's get into it. This is 2016. Barack Obama is setting up the United States to believe that Trump did something wrong before anything got too far along. And I mean, this is just a couple of months in of 2016, or actually it was December 2016. So this is actually before Trump's sworn in. The whole I don't know the best way to put this. This is some really precarious timing on Barack Obama's part, but he is telling off on Trump for things that Trump did not do, but he's at least setting up the mindset for people to go, oh. So let's listen to a little bit of this, see if you catch what I'm saying.
Did Clinton lose because of the hacking?
I'm going to let all the political pundits in this town have a long discussion about what happened in the election. It was a fascinating election, so I'm sure there are going to be a lot of books written about it. We will provide evidence that we can safely provide that does not compromise sources and methods.
He's hinting at the Russia collusion hoax.
But I'll be honest with you, when you're talking about cybersecurity, a lot of it is classified, and we're not going to provide it because the way we catch folks is by knowing certain things about them that they may not want us to know. And if we're going to monitor this stuff effectively going forward, we don't want them to know that we know.
See what he's doing there? He's saying, we don't have any proof, and if we did, we couldn't tell you. But all the things that we can tell you is it looks like there were some problems in the 2016 election because Hillary didn't win. And it could be this Russia collusion thing, cyber hacking. He's setting it up. Trump won in November. This is December. By January, they're already cooking up a huge story. He's already set this plan into motion in his mind. by December, right here. I mean, this is Trump hadn't won the presidency a solid 30, 40 days, and this is what's going on. In any of my videos like this, where I show you a clip or a piece of a video, and you want to watch the entire video like this one, 5 minutes and 20 seconds long, you can always come over to my Twitter channel, because a lot of my information, a ton of it, I get from Gateway Pundit, Daily Mail, and of course X. If you want to find a lot of the things, you can tell just if you follow my channel. A lot of the stuff is on X. So if you see anything shared on my channel on X to y'all, you can go back to Devoted Patriots 2 channel over here on X, find the clip, watch the entire clip, find reference points, and maybe go to the source as well, which is a lot of times available on this as well. So you're always welcome to come over to my Twitter channel and watch full length versions of some of these parts that I clip out on these videos. All right, folks, let's get into some more of this. I'm just trying to set y'all up for what we're fixing to show you that kind of blew everybody on Twitter's mind, on X's mind. I don't know to call it Twitter or X. I'm used to both now. Now, like I said, Barack Obama went on Stephen Colbert's show, and he was trying to give the Republicans some advice. He's worried about us. Worried about us as citizens. Some bullshit. But listen.
You're right. The Presidential Center is nonpartisan. And the reason I want to mention that is because I'm worried about the Republican Party, not just the Democratic Party. When I was president, people would ask me, well, what change would you like to see in Washington? I'd say, I'd love a loyal opposition. I'd love a Republican Party that was conservative in some ways, that didn't agree with me on a whole bunch of stuff, but believed in rule of law and judicial independence and empirical evidence and
what is loyal opposition anyway?
Science, and wasn't constantly tapping into our worst impulses. And there has been a Republican Party like that in the past, and I want to.
There's been a Republican Party in the past that's been loyal opposition, meaning they'd suck our ass and do our bidding and work with us and do the bipartisan working together thing. That's what he wants. He wants Republicans to go, yeah, we might as well go and jump in bed with the Democrats because they got the majority anyway. No, we're not doing this anymore. This is over. He's still living in a dream. And he's still blaming us for the fact that ain't the way he Joe Biden's over. His term is over. This is mega country now. They need to realize it. And the more I see these red states go redder, it just makes me smile. I'm so glad the Supreme Court jumped in and did this. Another little bit of tidbit of Barack Obama crying on Steve Colbert about the power of the Attorney General. The Attorney General shouldn't weaponize the government against people like me and my friends, the Democrats, who've done nothing wrong. Come on now. Says President Obama, White House shouldn't be able to direct anybody to attack somebody else. Ooh.
The White House shouldn't be able to direct the Attorney General to go around prosecuting whoever the president wants to prosecute.
Right, because technically it's under the executive branch.
Technically,
but the norm is that it's independent.
The idea is that the Attorney General is the people's lawyer. It's not the president's consigliere.
Right, even when it's Bobby Kennedy.
It's Bobby Kennedy. And so two of the core principles of a democracy, we can survive a lot. Bad policy, funky elections. There's a bunch of stuff that we can overcome. We can't overcome the.
We have yet to overcome your funky election.
Politicization of the criminal justice system, the awesome power of the state. You can't have a situation in which whoever's in charge of the government starts using that to go after their political enemies.
That is rich coming from this guy who weaponized the government against Trump the Conservative Party, political pundits, even film directors like Dinesh D'Souza. Oh my goodness, I can rattle off a list of probably 25 people off the top of my head that the Barack Obama administration did dirty, or in turn, give a leg up, like the Iranians. It's just sickening the policies Barack Obama pushed on the American people for 8 years, including Obamacare, which cost me my tax return for several years. I remember distinctly. That's when I started realizing politics does matter. I've never had to pay in for not having insurance for in my life. And now this black guy is the president. No offense to anybody. And rules change. That's when I started paying attention to politics, folks. That's when I started going, wait a minute. This ain't right. This is bullshit. And ever since then, I've been paying attention to a whole lot of things. And ever since I put my eye on Barack Obama, I noticed this guy puts on a good show. But that's it. He's really a tyrant. He's a crook. As far as I'm concerned, he's a phony. He's a Muslim that hates America, and he's done a lot to destroy this country while he gets rich in the process. And he couldn't relinquish his power after he lost an election, so he weaponized the government against Trump. And now, full circle's coming back around at him and his cronies that started this. He don't know how to handle it, and I'm okay with that. Remember when Barack Obama launched this solar plant? I think it's called Ivanpah or something like that. It says $1.6 billion in federal loans were given to this company. They had $535 million in grants, $600 million in tax credits, massive investor write-offs, and this company never made it to fruition. This was their Solyndra solar wind company. It was a bust. Absolutely, it was over $2 billion. I remember distinctly. There was actually a couple of these boondoggles that Biden or Obama was involved in. It was the Ivanpah and the Solyndra thing.
China, not in India, but in California.
The Ivanpah solar plant went live 10 years ago and was supposed to produce clean power for at least 30 years. Instead of solar panels, it uses giant mirrors to concentrate the sun's energy on these towers, which boil water, generating steam, creating electricity.
It's going to put about 1,000 people to work, building a state-of-the-art facility.
As part of his climate agenda, President Obama gave Ivanpah $1.6 billion in federal loans, a $535 million grant, a 30% tax credit worth about $600 million, and an accelerated depreciation schedule that allowed investors to write off their capital investment in just 5 years.
In China, not in India, but in California.
The Ivanpah solar plant went live 10 years ago and was supposed to produce
Supposed to, didn't happen. Get time I may ask Grok about Solyndra, because I know that was a phony scam as well. That was spend a bunch of money, nothing got done. Green New Deal, money spent in the name of Barack Obama's bullshit. Just another scam, kind of like Gavin Newsom's monorail. Now here's a little bit of a juicy one. It says, here it is from Real Robert, who is a great channel over here, very informative channel over here on X. It says, Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman confirms that Barack Obama is the world's #1 sponsor of terror. He gave $150 billion in cash, we're talking about pallets, to the IRGC, Iran, and they didn't even build a single street with all this money. Instead, Iran used the money to make missiles and drones and finance proxies, meaning Hezbollah and Al-Qaeda and all those types, and armed terror organizations like Hamas, Ansar Allah, and, like I said, Hezbollah. Iran offers safe harbor to the leaders of Al-Qaeda, including one of Osama bin Laden's sons, who is indoctrinated into the jihadism. It says Barack Obama was responsible for the Arab Spring in 2010, which deliberately created ISIS, toppling the Libyan government in 2011 and creating a nuclear Iran. Obama syndicate, including his chief of staff John Brennan, Hillary Clinton, Valerie Jarrett, Victoria Nuland, Susan Rice, and Samantha Powers. Ooh, these are all criminals. Did so deliberately in order to keep the region destabilized, to use Iran as a buffer to prevent the Gulf states and Israel from amassing too much power. So literally, the Democrat Party is worked whole-handedly against Israel. That's what this says. Now, President Trump is undoing everything Barack Obama touched, foreign and domestic. One man has managed to do all of this while orchestrating a single largest conspiracy in U.S. history to overthrow the United States government, and not a single investigation. And you know he didn't do it single-handedly. But now Tulsi Gabbard is like a duck on a June bug. She's looking at this. Now, this is the Prince of Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Osam Salman. Let's go ahead.
هناك بلا شك مشاريع كثيرة في العالم هدامة وللأسف اليوم أن أغلب هذه المشاريع.
And I know y'all don't speak the language, so what we're going to do here is I'll read it to you what he's saying. So there are undoubtedly many destructive projects in the world today. Unfortunately, most of these destructive projects are currently found in the Middle East, as next to right next to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is the Iranian regime. This is aimed to serve the interest of Iran and other countries. I'd rather serve Iranian plenty of evidence over the last 30 years. Most of recent being that they received. Hold on, this sucker's way too fast. And didn't even build a single street, housing complex, or industrial zone in Iran after saving the money. Their goal is clearly they spent their money on launching missiles at Saudi Arabia. Yeah, he's the Prince of Saudi Arabia. Supporting terrorist organizations in many parts of the world. Furthermore, the Iranian regime works in supporting terrorism is not limited to Hezbollah and the Houthis. We find today that many of Al Qaeda's leadership is based in Iran, including the son of Osama bin Laden. Blah blah blah. What he's saying is the Democrat Party supports not Israel, but Iran, and the piles of cash, $150 billion, the money that Joe Biden sent them. I thought it was a bribe. I thought it was here's a pile of cash. Don't hurt us. Money. I'm not sure what the point was, but I can't see any point in sending a very rich country a bunch of money that they don't share with their citizens, and they still continue to hate us. I just don't get it. I mean, it's obvious from everything we know so far. I don't have to tell you that Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, James Comey, James Clapper, John Brennan, and 100 others conspired against Trump, from the Russia collusion hoax and so many other things. Potentially, all these folks could go to jail behind this. I mean, in theory, they should. In theory, they should, and I'm hoping for that. Maybe that's why Barack Obama is getting on here crying about the Attorney General shouldn't have the power. Says the Obama files are worse than we thought. His lawyers didn't show up to negotiate; they showed up to beg. Here's what Bondi's team found out inside the Tehran servers under Obama's code name Renegade. 14 wire transfers to Swiss accounts linked to Hezbollah between 2014 and 2016, a total of $1.7 billion. The same $1.7 billion he told Congress was frozen Iranian assets. Damn, so Obama lied. They had back channels to Tehran through Valerie Jarrett, active from 2012 to 2024. Yes, 2024, 2 years after he left office. So Valerie Jarrett is the enemy, obviously. He was running shadow government from the basement in D.C. while pretending to be retired. His lawyers are now offering full cooperation in exchange for immunity. Trump said no. No deals, no mercy, no escape. Now, I haven't seen that. I can't prove that at this point, but it sounds good. All right, folks, I got two more things for you. Did I play you the clip of Obama whining about the weaponization of government, or did I just read that to y'all? Let's go ahead and go back to that. There we go. Give me just a second, folks. I changed my mind. We're swapping over. I think I read this article to you, but I didn't. I read the post to you, but I don't think I actually played it for you. Let's hear whining ass Obama.
The White House shouldn't be able to direct the Attorney General to go around prosecuting whoever the president wants to prosecute.
Right, because technically it's under the executive branch.
Technically,
but the norm is that it's independent.
The idea is that the Attorney General is the people's lawyer. It's not the president's consigliere.
Right, even when it's Bobby Kennedy.
It's Bobby Kennedy. And
even Joe done it under Barack's authority. I mean, come on now. Let's be real. Let's be real. We know what happened. We know exactly what happened. This video wants to keep spooling. Oh, there we go. So, now, maybe this is why Barack is so mad. It's official. Tennessee new map has passed the state senate, and they're on their way to be signed into law by the governor, Bill Lee. Leftist activists stormed the Senate chambers and started screaming. Ah! But truth be known, Tennessee is 100% red now. Look at that. Look at that. There it is. Tennessee is big red now. That's maybe why Barack Obama was popping his little furry head up like that. I'm assuming so. Now, DeSantis only had a couple words from Barack over here on Twitter. He's a little bit disgusted that Barack thinks he's still got a place in politics, but at any rate, he knows Barack's worried about his buddies that are fixing to be grand jury indicted, including Mr. Comey, Slimebag Comey. But let's see if we can get what is it? DeSantis. There it is. DeSantis tweet. DeSantis only had one sentence to put out there while Barack Obama was whining about presidential powers and attorney general shouldn't have the power to prosecute people like me and my friends. DeSantis says the Russia collusion hoax would like a word. He's absolutely right. All the bullshit Russia collusion stuff was started with this guy. How dare him come on TV and cry about weaponization of government he created. As far as I'm concerned, weaponization of government, at least on the level that I've never seen before. And that's what I got for you today, folks. I just want to let y'all know this bastard needs to go to jail. He's been caught. He's backpedaling. He's on damage control. He's trying to look out for his friends. He's lying. He's playing distraction. He's doing everything he knows how to do when you sound guilty, caught, and backed in a corner. And I hope, in the end, all he's got left is to lawyer up because he's guilty of treason, traitors, seditious activity that we could prove all three on. Prove all three. No doubt about it. No doubt in my mind, just from what I've read. But that's what I got for you today, folks. Hopefully everybody can stew on that a little bit and pray that Barack Obama gets what he deserves. That's all I want. Just what he deserves. No more, no less. Just what he deserves. All right, folks. Have a good one. Have a good